Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Dishonored. Here we are. We're going to take down these two fools today, quick and easily. Hey, we'll just pull out our gun and shoot this fool. Guns come in handy, you know. Anyway, that's also why we wanted that pistol upgrade. So we're going to save this dude from being beaten up and killed by them. This guy's name is Griff. He can sell us stuff, and mostly we're just going to rob him. Or rather rob his home. And in the next chapter, we're actually back in this area. So then we're actually going to rob him. I'm not sure if we'll kill him if you if you go ahead and not kill him but knock him out, he will come back later as a Weeper. AKA this equivalent of this game to zombies. Spiritual Pool is actually a very useful upgrade, so swap out anything for that. Bone Charms in this game are entirely randomized, by the way, so you won't actually know what it's going to do until you get a hold of the Bone Charm. So some of them are completely useless, others of them are extremely awesome. So a lot of that is just, it's it is what it is here. So you're just gonna have to put up with it if you want to find a good Bone Charm. And sometimes you'll just basically never will. You'll search the whole game and you'll find no good Bone Charms, and you'll be like, what? What a ripoff, you know? Yep. Anyway, you can fight some dudes here, but some dudes are tough to fight with, so you need rats. Rats make everybody easy. Doesn't matter who. Bottle Street dudes, soldier dudes, overseers. No matter who it is, you just put some rats down and then the game's easy. They all just run at you, and then you just kill them all with rats. See how the rats eat up their bodies? Leave behind just their money and their swords and stuff like that. Yeah, rats are efficient, good killer dudes. And so you really want your rats to, be around. That's why I love the rat power. That's why it's kind of just my ultimate go-to. They try to make the game difficult for you to kind of just run through and kill everybody, but if you play it on a low enough difficulty here and you, go ahead and just kill everybody, you don't even try for stealth, then the game's actually pretty fun just to do it with that style. So here you have some white rats who we can all consume for mana. We can just keep consuming the white rats till they're all gone. And then you can just kill all the brown rats. Because, sadly this game will involve the killing of rats, so, if you feel sad about that, then I'm sorry, but, it has to be done if we want to get this potion back here. So here's a nice arm for the rats. Rats will only also attack you with large enough numbers. They have to have a swarming, herd mentality kind of thing to do it. Is that pack mentality? What's the word I'm looking for? You guys know what the word I'm looking for is, right? Some crowd mentality, mob mentality, something like that. But they have to all, they have to have a large enough group. Like bacteria with quorum sensing. Bacteria won't attack till they all say, it's good to go, okay, are we ready to attack? We are, and many organisms will die. Everybody get my reference there? Probably not. Obscure references, I think the second floor is pretty clear here to loot. There might be two people in here, I don't know. There's definitely people on the next floor up, I believe. So, yeah. The combination here, I want to say, is 287, or is it 278? Now, we'll try 287, and if I'm wrong, we'll actually just go get the code, and I'll show you where it's at. Nope, that's the code. Okay, 287. And there's some money there. You can leave it behind till the next mission if you'd prefer, and it'll still be there, I believe. But, coin in the hand now is worth, 2 coins tomorrow, or whatever that phrase is. You know what I'm trying to say. Money now is better than money later. That's why when you win the lottery, they tell you to take the lump sum payment, because you'll actually make more money based off investing it well and stuff like that than than taking the yearly payments, unless you blow it all like an idiot. So, if you're a normal lottery winner, which usually means you played the lottery a lot, you probably do want to not take the lump sum payment, because, you'll probably blow through your money. It's not what you want. Okay, so her fiance ended up dying because I killed him via rats, apparently. Because he was one of the guards who ran to the bottom floor. If you approach them stealthily, they'll have a whole conversation about stuff. So, yeah, that's how I know that dude, one of the fat guards, was her fiance. But then he's dead, so, no worries there. Death is but an enigma. Anyway, there are a bunch of notes you can read up on and stuff you can do, all that kind of stuff, if you want to, if you so desire. Or you can just run around and run through this game. This game can be a little overly expecting you to read. You don't ever have to fully read a bunch of documents, but the game puts around full-on books for you to read. I mean, they're not full books. They're only the equivalent of a James Patterson chapter or something. But still, it's a lot to read, and so it's just a little much to ask of us to read an entire book that they just give you. And I mean, you can do it. I mean, look at this book right here. See, it's not that long. Okay, fine. That was not the book I was thinking of. Some of those books they give you in the intro section. I mean, some of the books they give you for the Game of the Year edition area are on Dowd and Granny Rags, and I actually tried reading them once while recording a playthrough, and it took more than 45 minutes to get through three of them. And I'm like, guys, that's a little much on the reading, everybody, I'm not opposed to doing some hardcore reading, but, still, come on. make your notes a little faster sometimes. But I guess it's up to the player, to decide if they want to read up on all the lore, and I guess you can credit the game for giving it to them instead of just denying them all that stuff. I think it's the third mission here where if you kill everybody, they keep reappearing here in new regimens every time. Then you kill those guys and they come back and stuff like that, etc., etc. You catch my drift, Anyway, we've murdered almost everybody around here who needs murdering. Let's check our heart. See, there's nothing left to collect around here in terms of that stuff. We should, however, take to the rooftops for a minute. Here's our buddy Griff. He has no money, so we have no reason to murder him as of yet, When he does have some money, we'll come back for him. Anyway, if you come up here, which a lot of people don't do because they don't know about this place, up until at least the second playthrough, then there's actually a bunch of stuff up here that's for free, and you can just grab it. So always take free stuff, Yep. Okay. There's actually a bone charm up here next time, so yeah, it's a fun thing. Dishonored usually does like to have mission areas you'll repeat a little bit. And so you saw that when I fell there, I took a little bit of damage, and it may be well, big whoop. Actually, if you fall a small distance, you take no damage, and you land fine. If you fall a medium distance, you'll land on your hand, basically, and it'll do no damage as well, But if you fall a slightly larger distance, you'll take a small amount of damage and won't do the hand grab. And a lot of people who speedrun the game, for example, really like avoiding the hand grab because it's slow, And so they will often go for falling either, basically no distance or moderately larger distances. Okay, so we have two people here, and so I think you know what that means, It's time for grenades. You can cook the grenades and then throw them, and then they'll blow up on impact, basically. Okay, we can assassinate this guy, and pull out our rats to kill everybody else. Once we get noticed here. There we go, we got noticed. Okay, rats will start dealing with him. This guy will try to kill us, and we'll stab it back. These guys will efficiently try to take out the rats, but that won't work because I just killed them. These guys don't tend to have a lot of loot on them. A few of them have a distillery mastery key, but that's about it. So killing these guys doesn't serve much purpose besides catharsis. If you don't know what the word catharsis means, it simply means to take enjoyment or pleasure out of pain. No, that's sadism. Just kidding, you guys. Catharsis is a release of anger through a violent act, is kind of how it works. Or so basically somebody wants to deplete their anger, so what they'll do is they go and beat up a person or animal or in a humane example, a punching bag, and the release of anger in that way. Or they, are upset with their boss, so they go yell at their wife or, their husband or somebody like that. This is commonly what's referred to as catharsis. But psychologically, since I'm somebody who got my degree in psychology, I can say that catharsis is one of those things they studied and found it actually makes the problems worse. So if you relieve your anger now, it will actually cause you to be angrier later and to cause more problems then. So basically, if you're upset with, your boss and you go and yell at somebody at customer service, it may make you feel better right now, to get that anger out, right? People say, I got to get my anger out, otherwise it, boils up and becomes worse. Actually, no. You see, if you let your anger out like that, it's actually going to make it so next time you're angrier instead of less angry. So don't do that, everybody. That has been the psychological lesson of today. Anyway, if you guys like psychology stuff, I can throw more in here because I know a lot about psychology. That's why I got my degree in it. But, still some people say, what are you going to do with your degree in psychology? Because, it's like, when did you ever have a job that works with people or around people or has to deal with people? I don't know. All of them? People. Always doubting people who go to college and graduate. And it's like, what are you going to do with your degree in art history? Okay, that one I could understand people asking questions about. At least a little bit. This guy tried to take out my rats, so we need to take him out seriously fast. He keeps, jumping up and kicking me and stuff, so that guy clearly needs to die. Somebody took out a bunch of my rats, so, that person, whoever they are, needs to die. Ugh. Man, these guys are like master swordsmen. What's that about, huh? Making me use all my bullets, huh? Anyway, you get the cleaner achievement for killing everybody in an area in a matter of, less than a minute or something like that. So anyway, all these guys are dead. We clearly killed everybody, so that's what matters. Yeah, catharsis, the release of anger by, putting it onto something else and letting out your anger. Oh man, there's still one guy left. Sounds like. Where's he at? Where are you, sir? Did you even see me coming? There you go. See, you can use blank to assassinate people. It works really well. You actually have an upgrade in Dishonored 2 that lets you super kick somebody. So you blink towards them and then you go bam and then you kick them back 30 feet. I initially really liked this upgrade until I figured out it was almost always lethal, If you do this and you're playing non-lethally, suddenly you'll be kicking people back and you think, maybe that just knocks them out. No, it's being realistic in the fact that it will kill them. Just like Batman hitting people on the head all the time. It's like, guys, Batman, that you're eventually going to kill some of these people. You're against killing, but hitting people that hard will cause them to die. Ugh. You would think people would know that, but, Then again, what can you expect from somebody who runs around dressed up like a bat? Anyway, so you can infect the elixir here, and then this will cause some people to become weepers and stuff like that, and yeah. But it will also earn you a rune, so if you're a selfish, evil person like me, clearly, then that's totally worth it, Anyway, so we accomplished the mission here today of going into this place and taking out the enemy. Hey, here's some guys to kill. We can do that, can't we? Oh, come on. Stop blowing up my rats. And stop throwing things at me, man. Ugh. These thugs, Just have to kill them all. Man. Ridiculous. I summoned rats for them, and they just, blew them up and then didn't even take damage from their own firebomb. It's like, what? It's ridiculous. Anyway, let's go collect Granny's good old reward here for us, and then we're going to be heading on to go off and kill good old Campbell, And, yeah, once we have this rune, we should have 4 runes, and then we can buy Blink number 2, which I think is what we should get next. After that, I'm thinking about agility and probably rats too then. Every power can be upgraded twice, unlike Dishonored 2, which uses a much more complicated system, which requires a different number of runes, and Anyway, it's a whole thing. We'll talk to when we get to doing a run of Dishonored 2. Here's Granny. Yep. You can also kill Granny Rags if you want to, but she won't actually die. She'll turn into a swarm of rats, so it's not really worth doing, you know. You can also choke her out, and she'll also turn into a swarm of rats, just like Paolo will in the second one, the second Dishonored game. So yeah, there we are. We collected Granny's reward for us, and now we're going to be heading off and, yeah, going this way. Shift apparently has not changed. Let's quickly upgrade our powers first. Let's see what we got. We're gonna get bend time later in the game, by the way, guys, because we really want it. Bend time's a lot of fun, so it costs a lot of mana and it doesn't really do too much. Once you figure that out, it's kind of too bad, but you know. Let's see, it's only 3 runes to upgrade blank. I thought it was 4 for some reason. Is that because it's like 4 in Dishonored 2? Man. Okay, jump height increased is 2 runes instead of 1. My numbers are all screwed up by playing Dishonored 2, apparently. I really like the increased jump height because it gives you, instead of like 2 feet, you get like 8 feet in jump height. You get like a double jump. I always love me a double jump. Cannot get enough of it. Just ask, like, you know, Metroid Prime 2 there. Metroid Prime, I meant, with how much I love jump boots. They're just the best thing ever. But, yeah, anyway, that's about it for this part here, everybody. We're going to be heading on and doing the next part here with part number 5. So thank you guys for watching once again. Hit that like button, subscribe, add to your favorites, all that kind of fun stuff. Boost the channel so other people can enjoy this content and all that kind of fun stuff. Leave comments if you're interested in doing that. I always like to respond, talk to my audience, all that kind of fun stuff. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time with the next video. Stay tuned. I'll see you then.